Hi everybody, this is Dan Stolebarger. Welcome to this week's KFIR Middle East update. It's the week of May 25th. And before we get started, a reminder to go to our website because this YouTube's really just a teaser as far as what you'll find there in bulk, I guess I should say. That's holygroundexplorations.com. The PDF, PowerPoint, photos, more details in the articles. So check that out. But before we jump into this week, a couple adverts. Holy Ground is so excited to be able to announce to you that we're hosting Amir Sarfati up here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. We're going to have it at the Kroc Center, September 25th. A couple evening sessions with Amir, a close brother in the Lord. We really enjoy our time with Amir, value his ministry, behold Israel tremendously. So if you're in the area, please go on our website, click on, grab some tickets. Also limited, but we're going to have a luncheon with Amir as well on that Tuesday at the Coeur d'Alene Resort. And that'll be a couple hours presentation and really question and answer time with Amir. Again, limited seating for that. So again, our website, holygroundexplorations.com. And then kind of to promote our upcoming tours, really excited about our Off the Beaten Path tour, October 14th through the 24th. I really look forward to these beaten path tours because for me, I'm able to go to places that I haven't been yet this year. We're going to check out Shiloh and Shechem and Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim. So usually I like to say this is for people that have been to Israel, but I'll tell you what, this is an incredible experience. Check it out. And then we have our Revealing Israel tour as well that sort of goes back to back with this. Again, all of it on the website. So now let's look into what's going on this week in Israel, in the Middle East, kind of headlines. Paraguay just made history last Monday when it moved its embassy to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv just a few days after the US and Guatemala. I think there's more to come. Stay tuned. And then the Trump administration is planning to roll out its much hyped but long delayed Middle East peace plan next month. This was just leaked out by American officials, so we'll stay tuned to that. But I think the real issue is with the Palestinian Authority. Abbas seems to be suffering chest pains, unable to walk, has a fever, pneumonia. Been in and out of the hospital 3 times in 1 week, which really raises the question of what will the status be post-Abbas? And Palestinian intellectuals believe that there will be a vacuum, a power vacuum. It seems as if the younger Palestinians are a little bit more apathetical. This will probably produce internal bloodshed, prompt terrorism, and again, the target will always be who? Israel. Israel will be sort of the so-called uniting force. Right before I began to put this YouTube together, this just came across my screen. It seems to be happening just about every week. There was an airstrike in Syria. Arab media reported Thursday night that a military base in western Syria has been bombed, large explosions in the area. No casualties were reported, but once again, the strike seemed to target the Hezbollah, munition depots, and again, like I said, it seems to be happening every week. Israel is not going to allow Iran military bases in Syria, whether it's their proxy Hezbollah or just the Iranians themselves. So stay tuned. This is going to continue probably week after week. Let's go to the next one. Palestinians, kick yourself in the foot, or whatever you want to say about that. They now seem to be threatening Americans. Ultimately, you know, it's all about the money. and the Palestinian Authority is desperate for U.S. financial aid. Without it, its Palestinian leadership aren't able to survive, so you need money, and so here's the threat. You see what, this is a quote, by the way, you see what will happen to you, that's American citizens, if you stop funding us. It could always get worse for you. I suggest that you restore our accountability-free funding, and perhaps I'll see to it that you don't get hurt. Once again, this is the truth. It's a money grab. So no worries about that. As we've said so often, in Israel, believe it or not, you'll feel safer in Israel than you probably do in your local hometowns. Well, Pompeo's on the march, in a sense. This whole Iranian thing, I mean, it's the Trump administration, so they don't mince words. Pompeo's saying they'll crush the Iranians and Hezbollah operatives. If there's any aggression whatsoever with Iran, cyber attacks, etc., his quote, will track down Iranian operatives and their Hezbollah allies around the world, and we will crush them. If they restart their nuclear program, it'll even be bigger problems for them. And then Iran and Hamas, Hamas with the Gaza border. The leader of Hamas these days is Ghazi Yahir Sinwar, and he openly admits that the terror organization maintains close connections with the global terror leader Iran, its proxy Hezbollah. His last quote is, Iran has provided Hamas with a lot of money, with a lot of equipment, with a lot of expertise, and our relationship is strong and warm. They've significantly aided us in developing more terror capabilities. So there you have it, straight from the so-called horse's mouth. Christian support, we've been talking about this. Check this article out. You know, it's been stated more and more that at least from the Israelis, the U.S. ambassador to Israel has said that evangelical Christians are more passionate supporters of Israel than many Jews today. And again, I think we've been covering this. Hey, our good friend Avi Lipkin is in the news. We've heard about this over the years, and now it seems to be a reality. It's called the Bible Block. It's going to be a legitimate party in the Knesset. The Bible Block represents parties all over the world who espouse Judeo-Christian democratic Western culture ideals. And so it was just accepted. And so on the next election, they'll be on the ballot. It's called the Biblical Block. I think if I don't butcher the Hebrew, it's called Gush HaTanachah. And so let's see what happens, what develops. Avi says it'll be made up of half Christians. In this article, he mentions that 8% now of the Israeli population are believers. And so he sees it as a party made up of half Christians and half Jews. So stay tuned. The Golan, the U.S. back in the news, may soon recognize Israel's hold on the Golan. Endorsement of Israeli sovereignty is expected within the year. Once again, interesting times in which we live. Little article on David Friedman and a map that has a picture of him. He didn't look at the map. It was just sort of thrust in front of him. It was a photo of Jerusalem. And if you look carefully, you'll notice that the rebuilt Third Temple is replacing the Dome of the Rock. Now, this has created sort of a stir, and the U.S. Embassy is saying, hey, we demand an apology for all of this, but you can check out the pictures. And so that's what we've got this week for our KFIR Middle East update. Remember to invite your friends and share this PowerPoint, because we believe it's time for Christians to wake up and understand truly what is happening in not just the world, but specifically in Israel. And remember, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. God bless you.